That was Miss Leela James. Leela James, very soulful sister, singing her rendition of Sam Cooke's old classic, Change Gonna Come. That was a very powerful song back in the 60s, especially with all the things that we was going through as a people, the upheaval in the black communities around the world, and just black people in general abroad. We were going through an evolution. Right? Though many people tried to mask it as a revolution, we were supposed to be going, and we were gradually going through an evolution. Because, truth be told, black people wasn't overthrowing a damn thing. Black people wasn't going, you had some angry black people that wanted to blow up stuff and fight and do all this stuff. But the truth be told is that we were supposed to be learning from our experience in this country. We were supposed to be learning as a people about our experience in this country. And many of our people have not learned their lesson yet. Right? Many of our people haven't watched and paid attention. Right? The key person that was supposed to watch and pay attention in the society first and foremost was your black woman. Right? Now there's a upsurge in intelligence going on in the black woman, whether she likes it, accepts it, wants it or not. There's a stream of new intelligence going through this atmosphere that is causing an evolution in the black woman. It's causing a separation. Many black women right now, many of you, if you are going through this evolution I'm about to describe to you, right? Whereas many of you are starting to wear your hair natural. The ones of you who are not just doing it as a style, right? The ones who actually want to be themselves, want to stop being in the image of the white woman and every other woman, where you're trying to find your own identity, right? Where you're starting to look at the black woman, the simple-minded black women, and you're starting to separate yourself from these women. You're starting to stand back and look at the women who you once called your friends, the women who you once hung around, the women you once was in the club with, the women you were getting high with and things like that, and you're starting to look at them. An explosion is going on, an awakening is going on in you, and you're starting to look at these women like, damn, I don't want to be around them. What am I doing? If they're conversations that, you previously held with them, at a time where you were amongst them starts to now sound more childish and asinine and ignorant. If that time is coming with you where you feel no connection with the modern day black woman, that is a sign that you are going through the evolution. If you're looking at the black women, your former black sisters, and they seem as foreign to you as the white woman and every other woman, that means that you're evolving into a totally different lane, a whole new lane, right? You are being evolved by way of solar intelligence. You are being raised from the darkness. You are being raised from the darkness in the ignorant state of the black race, just as I said the black man would be. And you are being separated. You are being ferreted out. You are going through the evolution. This is real. This is not Nuben Menkaray's making this up. This is not me trying to draw some picture or some image in my mind and whatnot. No, this is actually an evolution taking place. Right? It's a mental evolution taking place, followed by a physical evolution taking place, a separation from black women to bright women, right? Where a lot of you sisters are being prepared for a higher state to come, where you will become the sun matriarchs or the solar matriarchs, or what we refer to in the state of Mentel as the sun mothers of a new era, a new solar, after the Holocaust, after the solar Holocaust takes place. There will be a fallout, and many of our women, the black women, women formerly known as black women, will not be of the future world. Those of you who are thinking in the future, those of you who are thinking of a world without these ignorant women, those of you who are thinking of a whole new sisterhood with bright women, those who carry that same solar intelligence as you, those of you who are finding joy, a new joy, and being your supreme selves, not living in the image of other women. You are the women who are going through this evolution. You are the women who are going through this enlightenment, this solar enlightenment. This solar intelligence is reshaping your mind, and it will reshape you physically. We're going to discuss that tonight in great detail. I am the intellectual Nuben Menkarayzs, and this is State of Mental Radio. And tonight we're talking about those solar matriarchs. Which black women will evolve into those solar matriarchs? Which black women will evolve? What is a solar matriarch? What does the word matriarch mean? It means mother, right? A mother means one who is birthing a new state, a new society, right? A new kingdom, a new mindset, one who is bringing forth something new, a new generation, a regeneration. Generation denotes power. Generation denotes power, to generate something, as in generator. So that means that this new woman will be the generator of a whole new power to come. She will be the open door, right? She will be that next dimension. She will be the open door to a new dimension. The bright woman, the black woman who is evolving, the one who is evolving her way of thinking. Don't be fooled by a lot of these sisters today, the ones who wear their hair natural, because like I said, to a lot of them, it's just a style. It's a hat on their head, or they wearing it because, they're permed or ate away at their hair and they want to try to save what little hair they got left. Or they those natural black Caucasian chicks who want to wear their hair nappy, don't want to pick their hair and comb their hair, or because they want to go with that white natural mindset where they just unkempt, right? Not those women. No. This is a proud new woman, a proud new group of women who are going to bring forth a new generation. They're seeking out this solar intelligence. They're looking to renew themselves. They're looking for a teaching or a knowledge which will guide them into a future direction. They're not going to be the sisters that were sitting around, though many sisters will come through the whole Egypt and Kemet thing and the Pan-African thing because they're searching. But that will not be their final destination. They will seek something higher. They will not seek the spiritual world, because spirituality, as I said, is for the white man and the rest of the human race, those who are separate from us. They will seek a higher intellect, a higher intelligence, one that will advance their way of thinking, one that was tailor-made for them and their natural intelligence. That intelligence they will be seeking out is mentellect. Mentellect. Because she will become a mental being or omni-mental being. She will become more mental as opposed to more physical as she was in the last millennium. The same image that they try to push as a black woman today to keep her more physical. What do I mean by that? I mean that they push the black woman into a constant physical mindset where everything is about her body. Everything is about her body on the submental level. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the black woman having a beautiful body and accentuating her thighs and her hips and whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But now it's out of control. Now that's all it's about. That's all the black woman is being portrayed as being worth. And now the black woman thinks of herself that way. Anytime you can go and you can find black women who are ready to kill themselves to pump foam and caulking or whatever into their behinds to get bigger behinds, or she's willing to put poison in her head to look like the image, this submental image that the beast is controlling, then it's a sign that she's on this stage of dying out because she's not thinking. She's doing hazardous things to herself. She's engaging in hazardous behavior to her physical being. That means her mind is not right mentally. She's doing things at the behest of what men want instead of thinking for herself. She's living out the image, the submental image of man as being perfect. She's not finding the image in herself. Many sisters are starting to reach out for that image right now. That is the separation. As I said, for you sisters who sit up here, the ones of you who are going through this intelligence, the ones who are being prepared to be those solar matriarchs of the new world, who will give birth to another generation, who will bring a new knowledge into the world about womanhood, a new supreme bright womanhood, a solar intelligent higher knowledge of womanhood, bringing in new mental capabilities through you, you will divorce yourself from the black woman. You will start to see the black woman as a sick creature, a sick and dying creature who you will want to separate yourself from. As much as I go on with the black man, you sisters after a while are going to start standing up against the black women. You sisters who are going through that solar intelligent reception or that solar intelligent evolution, you're going to start standing up against the black woman along with the white woman and everybody else. You're going to distance yourself and separate yourself and be like, that whorish mentality is not me. Nicki Minaj is not me. The average ignorant black woman out here who's talking about madness, who don't care about her children, that's not me. You're going to separate yourself. And it's not going to be all you sisters, you so-called, because it's not going to go with, a lot of you sisters who got two black parents or whatever the case may be. It'll be sisters. Some of the sisters who will receive this solar intelligence might be biracial. They ain't going to be dark, all going to be dark. Some going to be dark, some going to be brown, some going to be beige complexion. Because this is the bright race we're talking about. This is the solar intelligent race. It's not going to be all you sisters because, I wear my hair natural, but I'm still into Egypt, I'm still into Kemet, I'm still into Christianity, I'm still into Islam, I'm still into Moorish science. No, you're not going to go. It won't be you that will go through that evolution because you're stuck in the old world from man's philosophy and doctrine. You'll be moving into a new world of solar intelligence that is not bound by man or woman. It just is. It is a force that is raising you mentally. It's a force that's calling on you. Those of you women who hear this, even in my voice and what the message I'm trying to convey, it's being utilized through my message of intellect or through the message that's coming through me to raise our people in this day and time. Because as is spoken of in the book of Revelation, the 144,000, the elect, the chosen people, the people who will be part of that evolution, the next generation, they will be women, majority women, right? So their minds have to be right in order for them to be of the elect. They ain't not going to come up amongst you being Nicki, having the mindset of Nicki Minaj or calling Nicki Minaj or the average black woman out here who following that mentality. They're not going to be calling them their sister. They're going to despise those women. They're going to despise those women. They're going to despise those women who mix in their seed outside their race. They're going to despise those women who got this we are the world, love everybody mentality. They're going to despise those women. They're going to despise those women who still sick in the mind, who still want to follow the rotative mindset of the beast and mankind. They're going to despise those women, same way as we want to separate and we despise those people who do the same thing amongst the so-called black man as we are evolving to another stage. Because you'll see them as women who are taking up space, utilizing energy, standing in the forefront to promote ignorance, and you will hate that because you who are the mothers of the future daughters, you will not want that image around your daughters. So you will grow to despise it. You will grow to despise them. You will separate yourself from them. You will stand up as a new woman, strong woman, a righteous woman. I'm not saying some self-righteous goody two-shoe sister and whatnot. I'm not saying some, a spiritual sister. I'm saying one who carries a solar intelligence, them soul sisters, the real soul sisters, those solar intelligent sisters, the ones who have that fire in their chest and let it be known that they're not going to stand for this, they're not going to stand for that. They're choosing these men based on this mindset and this mentality. That's how the bright woman is, the black woman who is evolving out of the black race into a bright woman, a solar matriarch will be. She's not going to take any mess. And I'm not talking about you black women who getting loud and you get ignorant over stupid, small, petty things. See, that's that energy on a low level or a low scale. I'm not going to be talking about you black women who fighting each other in the street for stupidity or raising up over nonsense. No. These women will take the stage in the world and they will be seen as a fiery new woman, a paramount woman, one who is important. one who has walked amongst the ignorant and decided that she no longer wants to be a part of that. She's making it conscious or the intelligent decision to raise herself amongst that, above that. She will raise herself above that and will form a brand new sisterhood, right? A sisterhood of sun mothers, solar matriarchs, those women who house a new light, a new intelligence. Because the black woman today, she houses the ignorance of this old society. She houses the ignorance of a washed out white woman from the last millennium. You got black women hanging up idolizing Marilyn Monroe, some old washed out white whore from the 60s. That's who Nicki Minaj is. That's who Little Kim wanted to be. You got black men putting blonde wigs on their head. That's the mentality. That's the mentality. Right? They idolizing the words of their former slave mistresses. Right? They following their image. That's the black woman. Because as I said, the black woman is the carbon copy of the white woman. But the bright woman, the solar matriarch to come, she will copy no one. She will be in her own image after her own likeness. And there will be no other woman like her again. Right? She will be in the image of Amen, 괶Rᴏᴍ being, 괶Rᴏᴍ being, one who carries continuous intelligence, never ending, right? One who will walk amongst the human race as a supreme being, one who will carry a higher mental capability. Because some of you so-called black women who are evolving into a bright race of women, your mental capability is starting to kick in already. A lot of you are able to look through people, look through men to a point where a lot of men don't even want to approach you because they already know through your eyes, they could already feel your soul. In your soul, they could feel how deep the fire is in you that you could see through them. And they're afraid to approach you. And you're going to give off that energy to the world. Where you see certain women, like I said, they carry that energy and that light in them, where people don't even come at them with no madness or no nonsense. They don't come at them like that. Right? I said one of the women who was like that was Angela Bassett. Still like that, carries that aura. She carries that aura. You know, Phylicia Rashad, another woman who carries that aura. Right? They're separate from this new generation or the degeneration of black women. They're separate from them. See, they were working. See, those women were supposed to be the aligned mental connection to these new race of solar matriarchs that were coming through. They were supposed women like that. Those women who didn't take any mess. Those real soul sisters. You know, though they have permed out and stuff like that. You know, they part of the industry, but the real soul sisters, those ones who would come out of that mindset. They're supposed to be an aligned mental connection to these new women that are coming today. You know, not these black women who are carbon copies of the white woman, who sound like the white woman, who have the same nasal tones as the white woman, who using the same vernacular as the white woman. Right? Not those kind of women, right? A new women who will evolve out of that mindset. Not saying all these sisters going to have attitudes and things like that, because even some of you sisters with the attitude, some of that is phony and false too. It's called what we call false bravado in the state of mentality. No, these sisters will be confident mentally, and they'll be strong mentally within themselves, and to the point where they won't even have to open their mouths, because their mentality is going to be shaped inwardly and outwardly. What is the outward part? The outward part is watching the ignorant black woman and being embarrassed by her, not sticking up for her like most of you black women who claim you some sisters and this, that, and the third, but you love the ignorant-ass black woman. She your sister. Oh, we all the same. Right? You stick up for her. Oh, she don't know no better. Yes, she do. She know better more than you think. Right? See, the sisters who will be the solar matriarchs of the new world, they're not sticking up for the damn black woman. Just like you brothers that's going to be the sun fathers of the new millennium, of the new dynasties to come, you're not going to be sticking up for the damn black man. He's going under judgment just like the damn white man and everybody else, all these men on here who are not fit to carry on mentally. They're going under judgment or under judgmental rule by the omni-race, the almond beings. And you're going to turn your back on them. Because trust me, they're not your sisters. Same way the Africans are not our people. The almond beings, the new people, or the Nubian people, the ones who were in the East, what they call Middle East now, the same way you won't look at the black woman and the black man as your brother and sister. Because in the last day, they're going to turn on you just like everybody else. As we are forming this bright family, as we are forming this bright collective, as you are starting to advance and evolve in your mentality, they will be against you. They will hate you. You know the ignorant black woman, y'all get it already. You know, when you sisters are advancing and you might want to go to school to be a doctor or a lawyer, you always got that ignorant nigger woman. She went, and I'm going to say it just like it is, raw and uncut, the ignorant nigger woman who hates on you. She the one sitting around laying and waiting to get in a fight with you. Oh, who that bitch thinks she is. That's her mentality. She ain't thinking of you like a sister, though you thinking of her like a sister or something wrong with that sister. She's not your sister. She's a damn demon. She's a submental. Right? She don't like that you're not in that submental frame of mind like her. She realizes that she's different from you, but you don't, because you going by flesh tone. You think that she's the same as you, right? She was the one when y'all all be out, she'd be the one. Why every time we go out, you know, she always want to start something. Or she act like she got a problem with me, or this, that, and the third. Yeah, she do got a problem with you. You're not on the submental. Her mindset is just like the white woman. When the white women see you black women, or you so-called bright women, you sisters who are becoming those bright women, those solar matriarchs who going through the evolution, because this is a continuous evolution. There's no, oh, I'm there. This is a continuous evolution. When the white women see you getting out of your place, or the white man or anybody, or the ignorant black man, see you getting out your place and wanting to be more, they want to pull you down. They want you in your place. Same way with the ignorant black woman. She wants you in your place. She wants you on welfare with 5 and 10 kids or whatever the hell. You know what I mean? She wants you in the gutter, not trying to better yourself. Oh, who she thinks she is? She thinks she's better than me now? That's the mentality. Instead of, if she was really your sister, she'd be like, yeah, I want to be like you. She'd be trying to push you to do better and be trying to do better herself. But because she doesn't have the mental fortitude, because this is about the mental connection and connecting to the higher mindset, that future mindset, because a lot of your black women don't exist in the future. She don't want to see you exist in the future or do better than that, to come out of that mindset that she's in. She don't want to see that. She can't see that. So she wants to destroy you. She wants to see you fall. She wants to slander you. She wants to gossip about you. She wants to force an argument or a fight, you know. Get you in that mind state. But yet and still, you still call her your sister. You say there's something wrong with my sister. It's not your sister. Mind, mentality, y'all are related, but you're not sisters. You're related, but you're not sisters. Right? It's the same way when they described the so-called Cro-Magnon man to the Homo sapien. You know, they related, but they not the same. You know, just like the almond beings with the humans, they have things that relate to each other, but we're not the same. Certain things relate, certain things that we have, like body parts, and certain things are relate to each other, are compatible, but that doesn't make us the same. You understand? You got animals who have hearts and brains and liver and all this other stuff, but that don't make them what you are. You have things that are relative to each other, but it doesn't make you the same. See, this is the thing our people got a problem with. Even in the bright race, we have a problem with this because we think, the black man and black women, this is where they fell off at, and they fell, and this is why they're going to always stay at the bottom, because they got this we are the world mentality where they think everybody's their brother, everybody's their sister, we all the same, we all in this together. Yeah, right. Right. That spiritual mindset. Mm-hmm. But the sisters who are going through this evolutionary state, they're not going to have a spiritual mindset like the rest of you sisters out there, you black women who got this go with the flow mentality where you want to shop till you drop, or you spiritual, or you trying to be the black version of the white woman. No, the bright women, the ones who are raising to those solar matriarchs, they're going to be moving on their own steam. They're going to be moving on their own mental power. They're going to move ahead of you. They're going to form a new sisterhood. A sisterhood of sun mothers, solar matriarchs, ones who will be the mothers of a new solar kingdom, a new solar world to come. Because I keep saying solar because as this planet is being converted into a solar planet via the sun coming closer, or the planet coming closer to the sun, which is going to force a lot of your electrical corporations and things like that to convert to solar energy. This is becoming a solar planet. This is becoming a solar planet because the energy that powers the planet already is powered as far as with, sending things here and causing the growth. But to power the things in here is going to be solar. It's not going to be water anymore through the reservoirs and the flow of a dam and the power like that. And generators is going to be powered by the sun. So a whole new intelligence is going to come here. It's going to stream here. It's going to advance certain people here, mentally and physically. Some of you sisters are going to become superhuman in your thought, or superior to the human race. You already started in your ascension. Some of you have started already. Look at FloJo. Look at the Venus and Serena Williams. They've already started the evolution physically. Now it's up to you, sisters who are coming into that solar matriarchal position, to start it up mentally and bring about the physical as well. Meet them together because you're going to be charged by this new solar energy. If you can visualize what I'm saying, look at these women. They're moving on a whole other energy from the human race, from mankind, from your white woman, your East Indian, and your Asian women. They're moving on a whole other energy. But yet, a lot of them are still under that spiritual mindset. A lot of them still think they're the same as the human race. A lot of them think we all still the same. That's been the downfall of the black woman. But it's going to further serve to destroy her. I say that because she trusts. She trusts everybody outside of who she is. Right? But what she doesn't realize that everybody looks at her as foreign. Everybody looks at her as different. She's told to look at everybody as being the same, but everybody else looks at her as different. You bright women, you sisters who are going to become part of the solar matriarchal order, you're going to know different. You're going to know the difference. You're going to know better than the black woman. You're going to be smarter than the black woman. You bright women who are coming out of the black race, you're going to be smarter than the black woman. You're not going to get caught up in the submental ways of thinking. You're not going to get caught up in the spiritual mindset. You're going to develop a solar intelligence that is going to be compatible with your solar complex or your solar plex. Your solar mind or your reception will become clearer based on light, based on the ability to see through things. And one of those capabilities is telepathy, the natural form of communication, the natural form of reception. You have the artificial forms of reception, as I said, which is your television, your radio, your internet. These are all artificial forms of communication. You will start to develop as a bright woman your first mentallectual or mentalic capability, which is telepathy, based in mathematics. You will go from mathematical people who think in a dualistic mindset to a pathmatical people who think on a one mindset or on the supreme mindset where there is no equal, where there is no more room for black and white in your mind. They will be separate entities from you, the bright woman, who is moving on her own path, who is moving on her own singular path. You will leave the black woman behind. You will leave the black woman behind with her perms, her weaves, her we are the world mentality, her mixing in with every other race. You're going to leave the black woman behind. You're going to produce smarter children. You're going to bring in a new world. You're going to bring in new technology. You're not going to have to wait on man to do it. You're going to produce a solar genetic that is so powerful that it'll make the story of Superman look like child's play in that race of people, because that's based on you, partly you. There was a reason why in religion they took the whole mindset, right? There was a reason why they took the whole mindset of, in religion, of female angels, quote-unquote angels, or supreme beings out of the Bible. They said that all the angels were men, right? God was a man, the angels were men, and they all came as men, well-made men, no women. But in the ancient world, where we talked about the Neteru, the Anunnaki, or the Amen beings that we make reference to, there were women there. There were women, right? There were women there who were just as powerful as men. That's why, like I said, when you see the whole dynamic of king and queen, or the pharaoh and his queen, or the queen pharaoh, they were co-regents, co-rulers. Where did they get that? Where did they get that paradigm from? They had to get it from an advanced people. They had to get it from an advanced people who were living like that already, who they saw in that same setup, which your white man and white woman carried out into Europe under the kings and queens and things like that, but they don't promote them as co-regents. So that means the woman was just as powerful as a man. In certain stages, even more powerful, right? Because she was able to carry life and push it out and was a mental being. But they try to make the woman in religion, in this world, they try to make the woman just straight physical. They don't make her intelligent. They make her sexual, physical. Everything's physical with the woman. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a woman being thought of as, sexually attractive. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But what they try to do is just make that her end-all, be-all, right? Like the same way they make the smart woman or the smart man unappealing or unattractive, they call them nerds, right? They call them nerds. Or if the woman is smart, they talk about her like she's like, she's off in social skills, right? And there's a reason for that, because she doesn't want to socialize with stupid people, right? She doesn't want the ignorance to rub off on her. That's going to be another trait of you bright women, you sisters who are coming out of the black race into that solar intelligent race of women, new women. That solar matriarch, you're going to keep your mouth shut, because you're not going to want to have, you're going to have as little conversation as possible. And I see it in a lot of sisters now. When we give out cards and we promote, a lot of sisters are not talking as much because they don't want to waste their energy or their way of thinking, or their advanced way of thinking, on ignorance. They don't want to do that. They withdraw themselves. They don't have friends anymore. It was meant for that. You don't have any friends within the black race. You bright women, y'all not going to have no friends, no black friends. You're not going to have anything in common with the black woman no more. You ain't going to have nothing in common. She's going to be as foreign to you, as I said, as the white woman, the Asian woman, and everybody else. They're going to be foreign. So y'all going to have to form your own new sisterhood. You won't have to. You ain't going to be sitting around here talking about Nicki Minaj. You ain't going to be sitting around here talking about getting your hair permed. You're not gonna be sitting around here talking about how much you spent $300-400 on some pumps. And I see a lot of you sisters who try to go natural, or you sisters who go natural, and it's a tug of war with a lot of you sisters, because you hanging out still with your friends who got the perms in their hair, and you trying to be like them because you don't want to be by yourself. So you hanging out with them in the club somewhere, and you might be getting high or drunk with them and getting tattooed up and piercing up, but you're not really about that. Because part of you is like trying to pull into a natural state or a higher intelligence of yourself. You're trying to find yourself, but you're trying to still be sociable with them, the black woman, who is following the image of the white woman. You're trying to be sociable with them. You're trying to still be down with them. A lot of you are not brave enough to break away, to find your true sisters, the ones who think and vibe like you do. See, you're the ones that are going to die off with the black woman. See, because the black woman, she's become a toxic waste dump. I'm going to just say it like it is. She's become a toxic waste dump. All the foul foods, all the poison in the hair. You would have thought Chris Rock, when he made that movie about the hair, good hair, that would have turned a lot of black women off from perms and everything. You would have seen sisters go natural overnight. Still buying the perm, still putting the poison. They ain't put the perm companies out of business yet. That proves that that's a group of women who don't care about the future. They care about the now. All they care about is, do my hair look good? I ain't wearing no natural hair, no nappy hair. That's their mentality. She got the same mentality as the white woman. Because only the white woman would say something like, oh, that nappy hair. That'd be something the white woman would say. You bright sisters are going to recognize the black woman as a black version of the white woman, and you're going to want to get the hell away from her. Because she's just as racist against who you naturally are than the white woman. She's just as racist. She thinks the white woman is beautiful. She doesn't think the natural you, or who y'all supposed to be, is beautiful. So obviously she's got a white mentality. She's the black version of the white woman. And that's the majority of your black women today. Good hair. If good hair, when they showed you Chris Rock dropping the acid from the perm on the chicken and ate through the chicken skin, if that didn't turn a lot of black women off, or so-called bright women, black women off who were supposed to be going through an evolution, they ain't turned them off and like, I'm not doing it to my hair no more. If that didn't turn you off of that, there's something wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. That's a woman or a group of women who don't see themselves surviving into the future. That's why, like I said, they live for the day. They lay up with every and anybody. They have stray kids with everybody. They don't care who they having sex with. They do everything. They in the porn. They doing all that. Got the porno mentality, the submental mindset, because everything is just about today. It's no tomorrow for them because they don't exist as future beings. They don't exist as a future woman. That's why they don't care what they lay up with and what they do, who they associate with, who they in the club with. They don't care because there's no future them. See, the women, the sisters who are those solar matriarchs who are going to wear that next crown, who are going to wear the new crown of life, who are going to be those supreme womental beings into the future, they know that they exist in the future. That's why they're severing their connection with the black woman in the present. Because they know they've come to a crossroad with the black woman. They know they can no longer call themselves black women. They know they can no longer wear that ignorant title anymore and be amongst those women. Their inner self, their inner mind won't let them do it. But for those of you who can still do that with the black woman and still hang out with them and smoke weed with them, oh, I'm natural, but I wear perm. I got knowledge. You know these sisters. I know who I am, and you still hanging out in the club with them. You with the damn black woman. Stay with the black woman. Die with the black woman. Die with her. You understand that? I'm gonna just keep it raw and uncut. Just like you Negroes who smoking blunts in the hood with your mans and them, but you got knowledge yourself, but you getting high with your mans and them, and you ain't really doing nothing other than them Negroes. Yeah, like I said, you with them. You ain't a bright man. You're not evolving into a bright man. You stay with them. You know? You stay with them. You're not going to evolve into that state. You understand? You're not going to evolve to that state of a bright man because you don't see the future. If you saw the future, if you saw yourself as part of the future, then you would stop doing what you're doing in the present. Don't tell me, oh, yeah, I see myself as the future, but I'm not willing to change my present. Because if you saw yourself as part of the future, then you couldn't go on being the same way. You couldn't go on being around the same people. You couldn't go on having the same mentality. You would want to keep your mind above this, because beyond this knowledge that we bring in here in the state of intellect for the bright race, there is nothing else. The only thing else out here is the black race, and that's death. And the human race, that's death. There's nothing else. The black woman ain't talking about nothing. The black man ain't talking about nothing. You understand that? There's no appeal to being part of the black race no more. There's no appeal to that. That been lost its appeal. Now, with the advent of Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj and this lame generation, that's been lost its appeal. Or this two could play at that game mentality, and the damn black woman with the horsehair all weaved down her head, trying to look like the white woman and all the other rest of the women. That's sickening. It's sickening and disgusting. That's how you sisters who are evolving into a solar race of matriarchs should see this. You should see this whole thing with the black race, with the damn human race, and what's going on in the human condition as disgusting. And you should want to separate yourself from that if you are truly becoming those solar matriarchs. If you are truly raising yourself. God, or what you call the supreme being, raises himself or raises herself from the filth, from the creatures, from the creation. You raise above them. You raise above that. You carry yourself on a higher principle, on a higher principality. That's how you're supposed to see it. You're supposed to have an Amen complex, or we call the God complex, an omni-mental complex, or omni-complex, meaning a continuous complex, a continuous mindset, one that is advancing and evolving into a future. You're not supposed to have a present-day mindset. You're supposed to have a future mindset if you are really those solar matriarchs coming into the new world who are evolving away from the black woman. Same thing goes for you bright brothers. If you are truly the son mothers of the future, then you are those women who are evolving away from the black woman who lives for the day. You know, who lives to get fly, who lives to go to the club, who lives to lay up with some Negro or lay up with some woman now, or whatever the hell y'all doing, right? Just live to lay up and just be ignorant. There's no future. The ones who don't want no mental stimulation, because the damn black woman don't want no mental stimulation. The only stimulation she wants is at the end of a damn credit card, a shopping spree, somebody laying between her legs, or some ignorant-ass hip-hop. That's what she wants. And we, like I said, we're going to be raw and uncut with it tonight. We don't care who don't like it. Right? Because this mentality should be in the sisters. The black woman, you bright women, you sisters who are of the solar matriarchal order that's coming up, the black woman is not your sister. The white woman ain't your sister. The humans are not your people. We are of the omni race, the almond beings. You are mental beings. You are women, are of that solar matriarchal order. Now, though my words might not be common to you, and you might not understand my words, some of you might think I'm making it up, you will get it in time. It will resonate with you, because this is what you've been waiting for. This is the change. This is the crossing. This is the break in the road that you've been looking for. Those sisters who was in the conscious community, those sisters who was in the hood, those sisters who was on your 9-to-5 job, you waiting for your 401k, you sisters who were just in the world, just working, whatever the hell you was doing. You know, in your interracial relationships, who was looking for a way out, it's going to resonate with you because you are of that future race. You sisters who are in that interracial mindset, you're killing off the genetic of the bright woman anyway. So those sisters who came out as offsprings, they're going to look to purify their bloodline again. Thus, their bloodline is being purified within them mentally. Right? They're going to magnify themselves 1,000 times over. Their mentality is going to magnify itself 1,000 times over. And it will go through their children. and it will radiate throughout the universe, and it will pick up in a next generation. You sisters who sit up here got this mentality, oh, I don't want to have children and bring them into this world. Your children are supposed to be the ones that change the world. The world has been waiting for the bright race to come, the future ones to come, the intellectuals, as we refer to them in the state of mentality, the elect. Those who are mentally connected to that omni race of beings, those ones who are in that solar mindset, those ones who are the almond beings who are housing, who the almond beings will house their physical bodies, and they will become those pure light beings. Those who are coming out of the black race, those who are not going to be talking about Africa no more. They're not going to be talking about Egypt no more. They're not going to be talking about metaphysics no more. They're not going to be talking about whatever the hell y'all talking about, Moorish science. They're not going to be talking about that no more. A lot of you sisters who are going through this evolutionary state, you're going to come out of that because you're going to realize that it was all timely, meaning that it had an origin, meaning that it had a beginning. And now in the new millennium, it has an end. These people came and taught what they were supposed to teach, and that was it, because it was supposed to be a prelude to something greater, something that would advance and evolve you. We wasn't supposed to stay there. It's the same way with the black woman, where she stay in the club till 5, 6 in the morning because she really don't want to leave the club. She don't want to leave that atmosphere. She shut the club down because she don't want to go home to her real life. She shut the damn club down. She drunk as a skunk. What they call it, getting white girl drunk. She piss on herself. Right? She throw up in the street. She fighting. You bright women are going to despise that mentality. You're going to despise that behavior. You're going to carry yourselves on a whole nother principle, on a whole nother level. You will only want to mate with the bright man. I'm going to take a call. 313, you're on air. 313. Hello, 313. 313, you're on air. 313.
Oh, my bad. I have somebody on here pressing once, talking about they want to know what you mean by black women always trying to look like white women. I know what you mean, but I got a woman in here. She press one, and then she want to act like she's scared to say something. So I'm still listening, brother.
Okay, well, you want to listen offline, and she want the answer right now to you. I'll give you the answer. You black women who are going around here.
I love you to give her the answer. Yeah, give her the answer.
Well, you black women that's basically walking around here perming your hair like the white woman, trying to look like her. She know what I'm talking about. She knows about how going and buying that hair from the East Indian and things, and the Malaysian hair. You trying to look like them because it's all the same woman. The Malaysian, the East Indian woman, the white woman, it's all the Asian. They all the same woman. So if you going and putting that dead hair in your head and you trying to look like them, then you trying to be like the white woman. If you trying to talk like them, if you got the same mentality as them, if you tattooing yourself up and you doing all, and you got that Sex in the City mentality, like the white woman, that so-called cosmopolitan mentality, that shop till you drop materialistic mentality, then you a carbon copy of the white woman. And that's the majority. And what I'm describing right now is the majority of the black women. And I'm pretty sure she know what I'm talking about, just like you do, brother. You know what I'm talking about, right, brother? Hello? Okay. Brother's on pause. All right. Well, I hope the sister heard it. I'm not taking shots at you, sis, if you're listening, but I'm just telling you the mentality. That's going to go. That's going to go. That's about to come to an end. That's the mentality of the black woman. Because the bright woman will inherit the earth. The bright woman will inherit the earth. The natural sister. The real natural sister. Not you natural black Caucasian sister who don't want to pick your hair, comb your hair, and you want to be white girl natural. You know, where you got your hair natural and you with the white man and the other races of men. No, you're not part of the evolution. Because you just want to be natural, as in you want to be unkept, that type of natural. We're not talking about that. That's actually unnatural, right? Not talking about you. We're talking about those sisters who are with the bright men, who are bringing in a new copies of white boys and other races of boys. There will be no more describing the intelligent ones as ones of color, people of color. Like you've allowed the white man to describe y'all as people of color. Y'all went from black people of color to torch you in the pot with everybody else, which is the submental, the bottom barrel of the human race. Because I said, look, unlike the white man was a time, he still does it. He defines himself as a white man standing apart from everybody else, and he calls everybody else people of color. That's the way he puts himself as being superior, and he calls you all people of color. And you black women, y'all sit up there and fell for that, and you calling yourself women of color. Right? Well, the sisters that are coming out of the black race, you will be women of light. You will be bright women. You will no longer be described as women of color. You will not be described as women of color or women who have a color. You will no longer be described as that. You know? So this is an evolution that's taking place. Those are the women who don't want this. Like I said, you already know what I'm talking about. Like I said, a lot of it is coming to an end. I'll take another call. 248, you're on the air.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I had a question. Will the bright woman only mate with a bright man to create a bright child, or will there be a bright woman and a sub-middle man, or a sub-middle man and a bright woman, or something like that? The two have to be bright people, right?
Yep.
And that's the only way. That's the only way. Go ahead.
She's going to only be attracted to bright men. She's going to be attracted to those so-called, formerly known as black men, who are advanced mentally to a higher state. She's only going to be attracted to those, and she's going to only want to mate or be with those type of men. She's going to be finding herself being stimulated mentally by those bright men, and the bright men are going to be stimulated by them, so they're going to seek those women out. They're not going to be stimulated by the black man, because a lot of you sisters are going through that right now, where they sitting and they listening to these Negroes talking, and the black man ain't talking about a damn thing but Lil Wayne and the football game and whatnot. So a lot of these sisters, they like, damn, And when they see the bright brothers, that's going to bring the brightness out of those sisters, because if those sisters are, they're going to start coming away from the black man, because they're going to be like, damn, these Negroes ain't talking about nothing. I can't take the conversation. It sounds like noise and submental nonsense. Then she's going to want to separate herself. And the same thing with you brothers. Y'all going to be with the black woman, the ignorant black woman, and y'all going to be like, damn. You know what I mean? I'm just going to want to hit it and gut about my business. And some of y'all doing that already. As soon as she open her mouth, you're going to be like, damn, just shut up. Let me get what I got to get. Right. Some of you won't even stay around for that. Bye.
That's right. Well, hey, let me ask you another question. Hello?
Hey, go ahead.
Is there an age? Can a older woman become a bright woman? Like if she's like 45, 55, or 60 or something like that? Or are you just really targeting the younger generation?
That's not me targeting anybody. It's in those women. That either they're of the evolution, and it's in the women, either they're of the evolution, because I'm just describing something that's taking place. It's not me dictating anything. That's going through the atmosphere, that this intelligence is streaming through the atmosphere, and certain women it's going to pick up and resonate with, other women it's not. Like the black woman, she's into Nicki Minaj and piercing herself and tattooing herself, so she's vibrating on that submental level, and the sisters who are on that higher level mentally, it don't matter how old they are, they're going to attract to that light, and they're going to adjust themselves to fit that frequency. They're going to be wearing their hair natural. They're going to be starting to work out and lose weight and keep themselves in shape, no matter how old they are. And
can a bright woman already have a child?
Yeah.
That's one of the questions I wanted to ask. Can a bright woman already have a child?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the only question that I had. Thank you again.
No problem, brother. All right.
All right.
Good night. All right. So, I want to say this April 28th. Or is that April 26th? Last Sunday, April 28th. April 28th is going to be the Black Evolution Conference, the Black Evolution Movement Conference in Brooklyn, New York City. Brooklyn, New York City, the Black Evolution Conference, where there's an evolution going on out of the black race. There's an exodus taking place out of the black race. Because the black race, as we can all agree, if we're going to be honest with each other, is finished pretty much. I've been saying this since day one. And you're seeing it now more and more. You know, like I said, it's not me just putting this message out here and this is my mindset, oh, I hate black people. No, that's not it. That's not it. This is the end of one thing and the beginning of something else. The end of the black race and the beginning of the solar intelligent race that will come out of the black race. One thing has to die in order for something else to come to life. The ignorance of a people or a people have to die out, or a separation has to take place in order for a new people to come out. That's the reality. There's no black bright sisters. No such thing. No such thing. There is no, oh, I know and I got knowledge and, this, that, and the third, but I'm still chilling with my people. So your people? They ain't your people. That you be looking at that night, ain't my people. If you really were those people in tune. If you really were those people in tune, you wouldn't even be looking at these people as your people. You understand that? You wouldn't see these people as your people. You would never use that word again. You would never use that word again. You would never think that way. Because we're going through an evolution. This is not something that's held up by, this is something, I don't feel this way, or, why it can't be everybody. Everybody not going. Everybody don't want to go. See, how the chosen works is because you have to choose yourself along with being chosen. You got to want it. But you got to understand, you have to be able to visualize what's being said. Many of you, this resonates to you. The other ones, it don't. So you're not meant to see it into the future. That's not meant for you. It's not going to be all our people. The black does not translate into the bright. The bright were already amongst the black coming out. We'll be right back. That was Billy Paul, Seal Light. Obviously, it fits for what we're talking about tonight. I wanted to say that you spiritual sisters, spirituality was supposed to be the gateway to your solar intelligence. Spirituality was supposed to be the gateway to your solar intelligence. In other words, you're supposed to be searching to get to this point to start a evolution within yourself soulfully. A solar evolution, a mental evolution. We're solar beings. You black women, so-called black women, house a solar energy or solar light within your chest called a solar plex, just like the so-called black man. The raising of that solar plex, the raising of that mind and that mentality in you to receive thoughts, to receive reception, to carry light is what's going to move you forward into the future. This will extend your life far beyond death. It will determine whether you will be those who will consume the fire or those who will be consumed by the fire. Those who will consume the fire versus those who will be consumed by the fire. Let me explain what I mean. When I said that the other night that the majority of your black race is going to be consolidated into one solar energy or one solar flare of energy to have one person's body whose mind is right to advance them in their capabilities mentally and physically. I said those are the people who will be consumed by the versus those who will consume as it becomes stronger. Those of you bright women, you solar matriarchs will consume the fire of the black woman. You will consume her soul. like I said, the story of Superman goes, this is a real story because this is just a white man telling you what he wants to become in the future, which is really you. Those solar beings, because Superman is a solar being. For solar planet. He's full of energy, fire, solar energy. So, you black women will be super women who will be, you're already solar beings, solar women beings. You house that fire. You bright women will house the fire of the former black women who were negative or useless energy, potential energy, but were useless. Thinking on the submental, so their souls will be consolidated and they will be consumed by you. Their energy, their fire will be consumed by you so that you will advance and evolve. Use it or lose it. The black woman is losing it, obviously. Right? The black woman is losing it, obviously. There's no evolution there. You, right, those of you who want to be those or see yourselves as those solar matriarchal women of that new order, that bright order of women, mental beings, you will make the supreme sacrifice. You will have no problem making the supreme sacrifice because it was already in you to make the sacrifice. So it won't be as though it's a sacrifice at all. And that sacrifice is to sever your connection with the black woman. Because as I said, the black woman represents the, what I want to say, the primitive version of the white woman. I'm going to say it again. Your black woman represents the primitive version of the white woman. Why do I say primitive? Because there's always been a supreme woman or a bright woman in existence. Your black woman is a lower level of the bright woman. Right? She has times and momentarity or intelligence, i.e. common sense, but then she always goes back into the submental state, and she stays there. She'll have times where, she's raised in her intelligence. She might even go natural for a minute, right? And she raised in her intelligence, then next thing you know, I'm tired of doing this. And she want to go back in the submental world. She want to go back to being a black woman. She want to go back to being a carbon copy, just being in the world, being part of nothing. The bright man does the same thing. But the brothers who listen to this knowledge, they'll be like, I'm raising my intelligence. The minute it doesn't resonate with them anymore, they don't want to live that life and raise that intelligence and become a part of that state of intelligence. They go back into the black mentality. So that means their life was meant to burn out. It wasn't meant to be continuous. It wasn't meant to be continual. So it burned out. The light that they housed burned out. The mentality goes away. It dies out. And the reception burns out. It's gone. The women who house this for a lifetime and continue it on their children, these women live this as a way of life. They live to embrace the truth and receive this reception as a way of life. This is not a fad for them. This is not some spiritual quest or journey for them. This is a solar form of intelligence that is changing their minds. It's changing them mentally and physically. Those of you that understand what I'm describing means that you are the future women. Those of you sisters who can, those black women who can, you're not. Because you're still caught in your little world of spirituality, religion, BS, 9-to-5 jobs, tattooing yourself or piercing yourself, all of the submental ways of thinking that were created by the white man. You caught up in that. In your mind, that's real life. In your mind, 9-to-5 jobs, tattooing yourself up, smoking weed, hanging out in the club, going to church on Sunday, being so-called spiritual, just whatever you're doing. In your mind, that's real. That's the real world because you see everybody else doing it. See, that's how the black woman's mind works. She's a follower. She's not a leader. She's a follower. The bright woman is a leader because the leader is the one who has the courage to step out as themselves and be themselves unapologetically. The black woman, she don't know how to do that. She don't want to do that. The black woman, she worried about her hair. I want my hair to look like that. I don't want no nappy head because the white man says your hair is nappy and it's messed up, so that's in your mind. trying to impress him. That's not acceptable. Like I said, when that sister wore her hair natural, that bright sister, the one, the news journalist, more black people, more black women, black men got on her than white people. But that's what your black race do. They're your carbon copies of the white man. They think they think their natural hair is ugly. You know, they want silky straight hair. They want to mix their seed with the white man because they don't like who they are. Right? They want to change the physical dynamic. They want to stop the evolution because the evolution brings a mental change, and they want things to remain the way they are. That's what your black man and black woman want. To follow it. They got a we are the world mentality, and the black woman has the just us mentality. Just us, white women. White men, just us. That's the mentality the white man rolled with. If you copy him, it's the mentality he was rolling with. This whole country up. He wasn't thinking about nobody else but himself. All them that garbage, liberty and justice for all mankind. Yeah, him. Liberty and justice for all, whatever the hell he said. However they go. All meant for him and his people. Wasn't for you. Somehow, somewhere in most translation, you black men and black women, you got this the world mentality. You care for everybody else. You got this spiritualistic mentality, this mathematical mentality where you are part of the populace, human populace. You don't see yourself as individuals, collective individuals, outcasts, people who are of your state. You don't see yourself that way. You want to be a part of everything else. And black woman is a father. She's not brave enough to stand on her own who she is. Like I said, most of the black women, this natural hairstyle, because I keep going back to the hair because it's a very important thing. Because what they say, the Bible says, hair is supposed to be the woman's glory, right? Hair is supposed to be the woman's glory. If you're not proud of the way your crown, see, the white woman, she wear her hair the way it is. And I heard a white girl say one time, she said, if I had an afro, I'd just totally wear my hair out. Because they got that mentality like they don't care what nobody thinks. They find themselves beautiful. The black woman don't have that mentality. She's weak-minded. She wants to be seen as beautiful by everybody else. And if everybody else is beautiful, then she thinks she's beautiful. But if everybody thinks she's ugly, her hair, I look right, then she's not going to go. That's a great thing for the sisters to stand and be themselves. That's a sign that an evolution is taking place. You know, a lot of them are not going to be able to accept that. I'm coming in staticky. Somebody's telling me it's kind of staticky. Let me know in the chat room. Am I coming in staticky? Am I coming in clear? Those people, I just want to stop looking. Am I coming in clear? Is the broadcast coming in clear or staticky? I mean, one chat room here. Are we coming in clear? Staticky. I'm going to keep assuming that we're going to be clear. Maybe it's something on the radio then. Someone said staticky. But continue. Those of you coming in, just coming in the chat room now, we're trying to straighten up the reception. If I'm coming in broken up, like I said, that's Blog Talk. It's not me because I was coming in clear, I think, in the beginning of it. So, in the evolution of a new woman, like I said, there has to be a sacrifice. Just as I said, the sacrifice has to take place in the man. What are you willing to sacrifice? This is why I said the black women are not going to be the first of the new world, because the majority of your black women are not willing to sacrifice their old ways of thinking. They're not willing to sacrifice their mentality because they become accustomed to it. They become comfortable with things in this society. The majority of your black women are comfortable. No matter how messed up it is, no matter how broke she is, they become comfortable in this world. They become comfortable. So once you become comfortable, once you feel that there's no problem, then there will be no evolution for you. See, because evolution only comes out of people who are dissatisfied, because those people are going to work to satisfy themselves. They're going to work to continuously get themselves out of the rut or get themselves out of the situation or the predicament they're in. You understand? They're going to work to do that. If that's not the mentality of the black woman, then she's not going through this evolution. The majority of you black women are not going through this. That's why I said it'll take a special woman who is amongst the black women, the bright women. They're going to be the ones who are dissatisfied. They're going to be the ones that are going to start to wake up. They're going to be the ones who are wearing the black mask on their face all this time. They were wearing the black mask on their face, and they're going to take the black mask off and reveal themselves as bright women. It might be that sister who you were standing next to, and she was in the club with you, the black woman. She was in the club shaking her ass in the club, right? Had the perm all down her back. Next thing you know, you don't see her for a little while. Next thing you know, she come back. She got her natural on her head. She covered herself up. She ain't running around butt naked. She ain't laying up with everybody no more. She's trying to improve herself. And it can be anybody. It could be anybody. It's not always you natural sisters neither. You ones who wearing your hair natural for now. It could be that sister that was in the club. She might be a seated entity who is destined to go through that change. She might be a seated entity who has that light resonating in her to go through that change. It's not always the sisters who wear their hair natural. You know, the natural thing is just the beginning. You got certain sisters whose hair don't stand up. They don't have afros. Natural only means you're not adding chemical to it. Certain sisters got wavy hair. Certain sisters got curly hair. Certain sisters got afros to stand up. They all sisters. You know, they all sisters, and they'll recognize each other as sisters of the mind, sisters of the body, and sisters of a new soul. They'll recognize each other as solar matriarchs, and they will form an order based on that. Because all they're going to have is each other. All they're going to have is each other. You know? A lot of you sisters already starting to differentiate yourself, you bright women. I just brought the title to it when I said the bright women. I just named you. I just gave you the title of bright women because that's really what you are, those solar intelligent women. You already started distancing yourself from the black women anyway. You already start saying, oh, whenever we see her acting, damn, she's so ghetto. I don't want to be around her. Look how they act. You already starting to say things like that. I'm not trying to be around her. I don't want to be around that madness. I don't want to be around that mess. I ain't going to no club with y'all. Y'all already starting to say that. You find fulfillment in your homes. By yourself, sometimes with your man, if his mind is right. And if his mind is not right, you're going to leave him. And you're going to find a man who stimulates your mind. That's going to be something else that you bright women are going to do. See, you're not going to want to be with a man just because you're lonely, like the black woman. The black woman want to be with a man because she's lonely, or because she feel like, because society tells she needs to be with a man, or she just want to have somebody to pay half her bills or all her bills. That's the mentality of the black woman. No, the bright woman, she's going to seek out a man who stimulates her mentally, and she's going to look to be with that man. See, that's the big difference between the black woman and the bright woman. The solar matriarchs are going to look to house the seed of a bright man. They're going to look to bring forth a bright new generation. They're going to look forward to bringing forth new businesses, companies, politicking, as they say in the hood, politicking with their bright sisters. They're going to seek their sisters out. I like that little quartet, the four girls from Afro City, right? They are symbolically bright women. I don't know them in person, but they are symbolically bright women because that was a big step for them to go and take that and, you know, and like I said, my hat's off to them for doing that, for being themselves in the society that says it's wrong for you sisters to be yourselves. They took the mask off. They took the black mask off and revealed themselves as bright women. See, bright women are a threat in this society. Black women are not. Black women are not a threat. Black women are, what's the word I want to say? They're conformists. Conformists are never a threat. Black men, you are conformists. You black men who are Muslims, Israelites, metaphysicians, Black Panthers, black African Moorish science, your cats are not no threat. You conformist because you've conformed to the mentality and the paradigm of asking your former slave master for things instead of pioneering and pushing forward to do things on your own. That's also the mentality of the black woman. She's not a self-starter. She's trying to be in the image of the white woman. She's trying to be the black version of the white woman. She's trying her damnedest. She's trying to be the best black white woman possible. Trying to run after the Joneses, trying to keep up with that mentality. She wants to be the best version of the white woman. And that's being. So the bright woman who's coming out of the black race, from amongst the black woman, she will only look to raise herself amongst these women. She will be supreme within herself. She will not carry the image of these other women. I'm going to take a call. 757. 757.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh. Hey, Nuben.
Hey.
Enjoying the show tonight.
Thank you.
I just wanted to take this opportunity to say, thank you. Because, I'm listening to your show. It's really helping me out a lot.
Thank you.
With that, I'm beginning to get an idea of, why I'm different and why I don't fit in and what it is I'm, supposed to be doing. I'm just starting to understand that a little bit more. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, what?
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
I'm starting to understand more about what it is I'm supposed to be doing and everything. But my main problem is, finding other people, That's still kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
Especially finding a man. Oh, my goodness, that's really hard. Because I talk to a lot of people, men in particular, and they have no idea what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When I say, we need to stop, thinking a certain way because it's not working for us.
Mm-hmm.
It could be anything. It could be religion's a big one. I try to stay away from that one. Religion's a huge one. Stuff like politics and what else? Spirituality. I know you're telling the truth about spirituality because I really couldn't do anything with it. I was one of those so-called spiritual people, and I was kind of stuck there. I wasn't moving forward,
Mm-hmm.
And that's really about it. Just thank you, and I'm gonna keep listening to the show.
Well, let me say, that's what the whole thing of the State of Mental was about, because we are out here to find our bright women and bright men, and we're trying to form our communities all over the place, because, like I said, the State of Mental is not just a radio show, it's an intelligence community, or mental-lectual, as we refer to as a mental-lectual community, where we are bringing our people together collectively. So when, this radio broadcast goes out, it's really meant to, like that show they say on TV One, Find Our Missing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're trying to do. We finding our missing, the ones who think like this, so that we can form a new family and a new community of people who are going to move forward. Same way the Jews became an outcast, because they don't even consider themselves, or they don't refer themselves as white people. They refer themselves as Jews because they have a mentality. Huh? No, they don't. They don't refer. They don't refer to them. They refer to themselves as the Jewish race, and not saying we copying off of them. Because, exactly. They refer to themselves.
Know that they're Jewish until they say something. Yeah, I'm Jewish. Oh, I didn't know you was Jewish.
They making that a race.
Yeah.
And you know what? They got every right to, because like I said, if it's something they got behind and they pressing and they pushing it, hey, do your thing. Same thing when we saying we not referring to ourselves as the black race no more. We referring to ourselves as the mentalists or the bright race or the mentalians. When we say we referring to ourselves as that, and we making our separation from the black race, that should be understood, because this is a separation that's long been overdue to come. And if you are trying to find your way to people around you, that's the State of Mental. You should stay in touch with what we're doing here in the broadcast and trying to bring the State of Mental to different cities and states and whatnot and finding our people, because our people are scattered all over the place. That's the elect that's really spoken of in your book of Revelation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I listened to that broadcast. It made everything else you were saying make a lot more sense. But I do have another question. Do you mind if I were to make, flyers or business cards about your broadcast?
No, do. Be my guest.
I can? Oh, I can? Really?
Be my guest. Yes.
Oh, that's great.
What's your name? What's your name, sister?
My name is Brittany.
Brittany, are you in Virginia?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Are you my friend on Facebook?
No, I don't really do much with Facebook. I probably should, though.
Yeah, you should, because we always posting up stuff on Facebook and on the State of Mentel Radio. You can go to the Facebook thing on State of Mentel Radio, and you can see our flyers, because we're doing a reception on the 28th of this month, where I'm going to be talking, and it's like a 3-hour reception where I'm going to be answering questions, and that class is even more intense. So we're trying to get class going around in different areas. That's why I tell people to reach out to me, because I don't know if you've seen the State of Mentel's official page, the SOM.info.
Yes, I've been there a couple times.
Okay, you've seen the SOM.info. Okay. All right,
yes.
If you read in the About Us section, we haven't, we're still building up the site and things like that. So, just stay in touch through the broadcast. Just stay in touch through the broadcast, and like I said, you can make all the flyers you want and whatnot, and broadcast the advertise the broadcast. I definitely appreciate that.
Oh, great. If I were to go ahead and do flyers and business cards, is there any particular information that you want me to add, or any particular imaging you'd like me to use?
There is our flag, which is the lightning in the universe. That's this is what I'm saying. Facebook is a good thing, because you could have took and copied our flag off of there and put the State of Mentel Radio. You probably could see it if you go to Blog Talk. You'll see the flag up there, the lightning in the universe. So what you could do is you can copy that image, and you could use that as an image, or however you want to do it, and go from there. Put the radio broadcast and put the SOM.info, which is our site.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you for calling.
I feel a lot better about doing it now. I didn't want to, do it without asking you first, or sending an email or something. Oh, wow. Okay. Thanks a lot. I'll get on that.
All right. Like I said, you should get yourself a Facebook page or whatnot, because like most of the people that came through the broadcast, they came through as like Facebook people and whatnot. Now I advertise heavily on Facebook. We definitely utilize this medium as much as we can. So. Okay. Yes. All right.
All right. Thank you, Newman. I'm going to keep listening. No problem.
Thank you. Thank you for calling in. Take care, sister. Right.
You too.
All right. I'll take a next call. 314. 314, you're on the air.
Hi, Newman.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I was calling because I'm sitting here with my daughter, and we're listening to your show. Okay. And your broadcast is just really wonderful tonight. And I'm letting her listen to it, and I'm exposing her because, television is just, one of those things that are constantly trying to tell young women who and what they should be. So this is important that she hears this. And you said something about the hair, how women be wearing weave in their hair. And I don't know if a lot of women knows this, but a lot of that hair that you go and buy at the, beauty shop is actually sacrificial hair that, those women in those other countries have went and sacrificed their hair to, idol gods.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Well, I was surprised, but then it makes sense because they do things like that. But it's really important that women need to realize that we are really, the true leaders, seriously. And unfortunately, we've lost that place because we've allowed society to take that from us. And I just really want to see women realize who and you know, who they are and how important they are, because life literally comes through a woman, you know. And, I mean, I'm just enjoying your show, and just keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, sister. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to play a little bit of music. What do I want to play? I want to take a little break. I want to play. I saw what I wanted to play too. Give me a second. I'm just looking through it. Friday, we're going to be doing the diet. We're going to be talking about the diet, you know, because a lot of people are focused on the diet, you know, and a lot of people are thinking about the diet as, you know, what should we eat? Should we be vegans as so-called black people? Should so-called black people be vegans and vegetarians? We're going to address that Friday because everybody's been waiting for me to do a diet show, what to eat, what we're eating in the state of Mentel, how we're eating. You know, we're going to definitely discuss that on Friday. We'll be right back. You'll be on your own. The system's not going to be able to support everyone. So the system's going to drop a lot of people off. And based on that, a lot of people are going to be lost and turned out into the streets of America, all over the planet. So evolution has to take place. And advanced and greater people have to take place. They have to be the ones pioneering a future world. Now, a lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people, oh, man, what he talking about? You know, spirituality, you know, Africa. He ain't talking about Africa. He ain't talking about Egypt or spirituality. No, those are things of the past. Right? The people whose minds are set in the future understand that. They have a greater understanding of that. The people whose minds are set up in the past, they're not going to get that. They're not going to understand that. You understand? They're not going to be able to get it. You know? They're not going to see what's being said here. But enough of you, that's how I know this is real, and a lot of you know this is real, that this is resonating with you. If it's resonating with you, who are the chosen few, who are starting to wake up in this day and time, because we got people, like I said, in Facebook and out in the Facebook world, they hitting me up from all over the place, from France to Ethiopia to England, you know, who are hearing this broadcast, and it's resonating with them. That proves that the elect are all over the planet. This is the rise of the elect. You sisters who are the solar matriarchs coming out of the black race, you are the elect that is spoken about, the women in the book of Revelation. It's you. You are the ones who will give birth to the Son of Man, the sons and daughters of man, who we refer to as the sunsets of man, of the Amen race or the Omni race. The future ones, you will be the ones who will carry the light into the future. Even if you're not carrying them from your physical birth, you will be the ones who rear them as son mothers. You will be the ones that will rear the children as son mothers. Because a lot of children are going to be lost out into the world from black mothers who are looking for this evolution, who are looking for this reception. A lot of black women will give birth to son children, to solar children, those who are of the elect, who are aligned with that solar intelligent force. A lot of black women will give birth. They will not be of it, but they will be the ones who give birth to those children. Right? And the bloodline will continue through those children. And maybe those black women will come back down the line, right? And they will carry a new light in them. But some of you, like I said, some of the black race are meant to give birth to the bright race. That's it. That's their whole job. That's it. After that, it's nothing else. There's no continuation. You continue. A lot of you who come through your parents, but you're not of your parents. That was the difference between the Africans and the almond beings. Those who were manifested here through the bloodline of the almond race, and those who were created here, such as your Africans, right, from the primitive creation. We're going to go into that sometime next week. I'm going to break all of that down, why we're not African and why we came through the bloodline, right? Why we came through the bloodline as opposed to being born through it. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to being created by it, we came through the bloodline. Those who came through the manifestation are the ones who came through the bloodline through intercourse and, genetics versus those who were created here on earth. You have two sets of people here, and this is a reality that we will break down next week. So let me go ahead and answer these questions before we get here, because we got about 10 minutes left. Okay, so it's been a good night. I thank everyone who called in. I'm sorry for the breakups in the broadcast. That's Blog Talk. That's not me. It's not where I'm talking from. Sometimes it happens with Blog Talk. But, we get Blog Talk an E for effort because usually they're on point. We don't usually get these breakups, so we cut Blog Talk some slack. All right, who are the solar matriarchs that black women will be transformed into? The solar matriarchs are the women of the New World. Once the solar holocaust happens, once this solar energy comes to the planet in great temperatures, as the polar caps start to melt and the solar energy hits this planet, or the sun's light hits the planet and the temperatures start to heat up, certain women and certain men will house that light. And those who house that light, some will be sped up by it, some will become stronger by way of that light, mentally and physically, and some will not be able to house that light. Some will die by it. That's what's spoken about in the Revelation when we talk about this earth being burned by fire, as opposed to water last time when things were drowned out, but it will be burned by fire. That's what it's talking about, the solar holocaust. The women who arise from that, the women who are being sped up by that right now, are coming out of your black race, coming from amongst your black women, and they're making a separation. They will be the solar matriarchs of the new world that will come from the black women. They will be transformed into those women. They will take off the black mask, and they will raise up mentally and physically. Will it be all black women? No, it will not. No, it will not. The bright women will come out of the black women. They will become those solar intellectual or solar intelligent beings who house that solar energy or that solar light to further their intelligence into the future, to produce a new genetic of children. Will this occur during time of chaos? Yes, it will. It's occurring now. We're in the time of chaos right now. It's just not widely spread and widely known like that, but we're in a time of chaos right now because out of chaos comes order. And as I said, those solar matriarchal order that those bright women will form as a result of finding or looking for their other sisters or forming that sisterhood will come out of the black race, will come from those black women, because the black women will not form a sisterhood or an order. They're very catty and against each other, so that's not going to happen. Is it starting already? Yes, it is. The evolution has started already. It started already by you sisters wearing your hair natural, by you sisters starting to wake up, by this message resonating, this message of intellect resonating in the bright women. This is a full message of intelligence that's coming to evolve a new race of women out of the black race and a new race of men out of the black race, the bright race. What are the solar matriarchs coming to do? The solar matriarchs, or the sun mothers, as we refer to them in the state of Mentel, are coming to bear fruit or a new solar intelligent race of children, and they will be the nurturers of that new solar intelligent race. They don't necessarily have to bear the fruit or carry the children, but they will be the ones who will nurture those children. Okay? So that is it. Join us Friday night for the diet show. We're going to be talking about the diet. Right? We're going to be talking about the diet and a great deal on the diet and whatnot. We're going to be taking calls from people. We know we're going to piss off a lot of vegetarians, but that's fine. This diet we're talking about is for the Mentalians, because we've been pretty much following the same diet for long period of time. And, certain things have to be added, certain things have to be subtracted in our diets. The solar intelligent race will put certain things in their diet. We will shape ourselves to a new mindset. We will shape what we put in our body, the foods we eat, the foods we ingest, the things we cut out, based on the new intelligence of who we are. Because there's no sense in saying that we are of these people and we're not doing things different from our former predecessors, the people that came before us, the people that we're coming out of. We can't say we are of the bright race and we still got a black mentality. See, I find it a lot with people who come amongst me who say they want to be part of what we're doing in the state of mental, but they still got that black mentality. Oh, why this ain't going fast enough? Oh, what's going on next? Why, what we doing now? What this going? That's the black mentality. This is a way of life we live in. This is a way of life. We are living a way of life that is based in a solar intelligence. The women are bringing forth a mindset that is not like any other mindset on the planet, that will not be like any other mindset on the planet, will be very different. Their reality will be different. Their focus will be different. Their thinking will be evolutionary. It will have no ending. It will have no ending. It will carry no form of incompleteness. We will copy no one in the future. We will be the pioneers of the future. Just as your human race had the 20th century, the bright race shall have the 괶Rᴏᴍ race should have the future, 21st century and beyond. That's what this message was meant to do. It was meant to get to a people at a certain time. And it was meant to evolve a certain people at a certain point in time. Those of you who are still caught in the African, metaphysical, and the religious mindset and the spiritual mindset, this is not for you. You're going to keep moving in the rotation until you spin out of control. You bright women recognize that in your black counterparts. There's no future for them. There's a continuous future for you once you leave and separate from that submental mentality that bred the black woman today. So that is it. I am the intellectual Nuben Menkarayzs. This has been State of Mental Radio. I should put my title in there. I am the intellectual Amir Nuben Menkarayzs. I haven't been using my title. Right? I'm not big on titles, but I just felt like doing it. Join us Friday night at 9. We'll be back about the diet show. Good night.
It's the Republic of Mental, rising out the black race to the white race, out the black race to the white race. It's the Republic of Mental, black race to the white race. If it's hell, and then it's hell us. They tried everything just to spell us. Fed us religion, gave us fake gods. Through all of that, we beat the odds. Now we coming together under one flag. Colors red, gold, and blue. Superman, Superwoman, that's me and you.